Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca, and Beautified by Romina. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Well, here we are. Another day, another sit down. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 234 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. I am your host, the one, the only Scott Dion Brown. And I'm joined by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy.
Yeah.
The one, the only.
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Part 2 Galaxy Sunday to
That's
everyone.
Right. Yes. So I guess 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, we had it's not exactly a half.
No.
Because I think there were
the first
five.
part.
There were 5.
Yep.
But we had the first part of the Galaxy team that'll be traveling. Where is it?
They are going to Orlando, Florida.
To Orlando, Florida, for the Galaxy International Pageant. And today we have 3 others. Should we just bring them in right away?
Yeah, why not?
Start chatting. Okay. Everybody, please give a warm welcome. We have here the Miss Teen Galaxy, Miss Galaxy, and they're in studio. And then calling in all the way from Edmonton, Alberta, we have the Mrs. Galaxy. So first, let's say hello to our first 2.
Let's welcome Alexis and Deja.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the studio. I mean, Alexis, welcome back to the studio. Deja, welcome to the studio. And like Scott mentioned, we are bringing in all the way from Edmonton our Mrs. Galaxy Canada 2023, Trisha.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning. It's really early there for you, isn't it?
Yes. This morning is sponsored by coffee.
Yes.
Yep. This morning too, but
Same for us too.
But it's earlier for you. Yeah. So what time is it over there right now? Is it
Like just after 9.
just after 9? Okay.
We're 2 hours. I'm 2 hours behind.
Got it. Well, thank you for getting up and for joining us here on the show today.
Well, my pleasure.
So Galaxy International Pageant coming up. When is it?
It's the weekend. It's in 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. All 3 of you, along with the other 5 we had on before. We'll be flying down to Orlando, Florida. How's it going? How's preparations? How we feeling?
How's it going?
Ooh, I'm getting a little bit nervous. This is the first time I'm going to be actually going to Galaxy International, so it's very exciting for me. I've always wanted to do this style pageant and this pageant in general, so I'm very excited to meet everybody from all the different countries, finally meet Miss Maria, which I still have yet, and same as Crystal Cavey.
Awesome.
Cool.
What about you?
For me, my prep is going pretty great. I'm actually, even though I've been 2 times already, it still gets me every time, the nerves especially. But I'm very excited for this year because I feel like I'm very ready, especially with all of my prep that I've had going the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Has been leading up to this moment, so I'm really excited.
Awesome. What about you, Trish? What's your prep been like?
I don't think I have 5 years under my belt, but it's been 3 years in the making for me. So I am the most excited to go to internationals. I think I'm most excited for the white party. Regine, what was your favorite part about internationals?
Oh my God. I think everything. Because similar to, I mean, I've been on my Galaxy journey, or my past Galaxy journey with Alexis since 2018. So to finally actually be there and meet Maria, meet Crystal, meet all the reigning queens, it was just incredible to be there with everyone after a 2-year hiatus because we were part of the pandemic. It was just nice to be there and to meet all of the girls that I've been talking to for 3+ years.
Like, you basically started your Galaxy journey when we started the show, right?
Yeah.
I remember that was the very beginning of it. Like, and now look at us now.
I'm still repping Galaxy. I mean, I still have my Galaxy shirt on.
Actually, I thought about wearing my Team Regine shirt, but I don't know if it would have made any sense.
No.
And I don't have it like
I think one of my first appearances was on the sit down when I was Mrs. Galaxy Edmonton.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was.
So long. I think it was like 2020.
Because we were talking with you virtually when we were doing our virtual shows.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then we had Trisha on the pageant sit down, literally in the hallways of Canada Galaxy. We're like, when you win your crown, I'll have you on. And literally the next weekend, we're like, I guess you're coming on. So I want to go to, I guess, Deja first. So Deja, you have been a pageant girl for a very long time, but in other systems, also multi-divisional. What do you see as the difference between the other systems and Galaxy?
So a big difference that I noticed right from the bat with just Canada Galaxy alone was the sisterhood. Everybody talks to each other. It's very kind of sorority based, but add a little bit more glitz and glam to it. So that it definitely took me back a little bit because I'm not used to everybody being very friendly per se in every aspect of pageantry. But Galaxy, I think it's going to really bring all of us together, especially through Messenger. We're always texting each other, talking about, oh my gosh, like it's 5 days till we leave. Or 10 days, or oh look, this is what I got, if anybody wants a match, type of thing. So I'm really excited for the sisterhood.
Awesome.
Cool. So you have found, like, in other pageants, you can see there's much more of like a competition
Yes.
type spirit for it.
And if you're wondering what pageant system we're talking about, please follow Deja on that. Alexis, so you've been on our show now 4 times with 4 different titles.
Yes.
You've been in the junior division. This is your first teen international pageant. How are you feeling? How has your preparation changed from junior to teen?
So for me, when I went to nationals, being a teen, I got in my head a lot. And during that week, I had almost like a mental breakdown because I was so in my head about being one of the youngest in the division. And going into internationals this year, I decided that I wanted to work more on my interview because interview is such a big thing at internationals, especially as a senior.
Yep.
So for me, interview, because I'm getting older now, I found that I am able to use my voice a lot more and talk about, everything that I want to talk about, my platform, what I like to do, who I am. And for me, like, going into teen, it's a little bit scary, but I know that what I have to bring to the table is unique, and it's great.
Love it. And Trisha, being a first runner-up at Canada Galaxy and then winning the title again, what has your preparation been like, or how has it changed from nationals to internationals?
You know what? I remember it was 2 years ago. I stood on the Canada Galaxy stage. You were emceeing, I believe. And I placed first runner-up, and I remember I was sitting in the airport, and I was on the phone with Crystal Cavey, crying at the airport, and I was like, I don't know if I can put myself out there and go back again. And she said, yes, you can. Yep. And you know what? I did almost the same thing as I had previously. I worked hard, I was consistent, I showed up for my appearances in my community. I came back, believed in myself, and I won. And honestly, I've just been doing that same consistent hard work for the last 3 years in preparation for internationals.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's awesome.
Right.
So, did you find, oh shoot, I forgot what I was going to ask.
That's unfortunate.
It went out of my head. But so you guys, I guess, obviously you're traveling, you're all meet together. Do you guys go early and all hang out beforehand? Like, how does it work when you actually get down there? Is it a whole...
It's a whole week.
It's not just like a pageant, right? There's like a whole experience going on, right?
Yeah.
So what do you guys have planned for like the Galaxy team and stuff? What goes on?
Don't ask me, ask them.
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure what Cindy has in store for us. We have a team meeting very soon, so I guess she's just kind of going to spill beans there. But I think there's 2 days before the competition actually starts, so I think we're just going to hang out, get used to the environment because it's pretty hot out there, and bond.
But there's also a lot of different activities at Galaxy, the pageant itself. Do you want to any of you want to talk about it?
What do you mean by like different?
Like the white party.
Oh, the white party. Yeah, I'm very excited for the white party. I always see videos from their like throwbacks and stuff, so that's very exciting to see it. That would be one of the biggest things.
So the white party, everybody's dressed in all white, right? It's cool when you go to an event like that because it really makes you feel like you're in like a movie.
But it's not like you're going clubbing in an all white outfit like you're in Miami. It's like you're literally black tie but white tie.
So it's like a very like formal, like a ball almost.
Yeah.
But everyone's wearing white.
Yeah. I wore my second wedding dress.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
That was your second wedding dress?
Yeah. I was like, why not? I might as well.
Oh, wait, you're saying...
That's amazing.
What I wore for my second wedding dress was what I wore to the white party.
So you're saying the dress, you changed outfits at your wedding,
yes.
too? Not your, like...
my ball gown, no.
Not like...
Imagine.
I was saying, like, not your second wedding dress. I'm like, you only had one wedding.
But I had two dresses.
Yeah,
I mean, Trish, you could wear your wedding dress.
Honestly, I thought about it. I did. I tried it on, and I was like, maybe. But I had my eye on something that I've always wanted to wear, and I splurged for the white party.
Can't wait.
Splurged.
Because, like, I guess I'm just trying to think myself. Maybe it's more for guys, but guys don't have a lot of, like, all white. Do girls generally have a lot of white stuff in your wardrobe?
No. Unless you're a bride, no.
Yeah, so it's kind of a very specific thing you have to prepare for. So it's like the wedding dress is kind of like it's the only time we're like, yeah, this must be white.
Not must.
Well, it usually is.
Not usually.
Yeah, it is. Wedding dresses?
Typically, it's yes, but not always.
Yeah, typically and usually, I think those mean the same thing.
Anyways. So besides the white party, there's also the PJ party.
Oh, that's fun.
Pajama party.
I can't wait to see Team Canada's PJs. Cindy always finds the best PJs.
But do you guys wear like matching ones?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
I liked Australia's last year.
I loved Australia's last year.
They were so cute.
Yeah.
What did they do?
They all had, so you know how there's like a bunch of different animals specifically in Australia?
Kangaroos and koala bears.
So, and like sharks and stuff like that. So each one of them had like a little plushy helmet hat type thing based off of different animals in Australia.
They were each different animals?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like that.
Different birds, different fish, different animals.
What has Canada done in the past?
Alexis, tell us, because you've been to all of them.
The first year we had, oh my gosh, I don't actually remember. We wore a Galaxy tank top, and then we had these red shorts, and we had our robes. And I don't remember if our robes had our titles on it. I don't remember.
Most likely.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then last year we had these like red satin like two-piece pajama sets, and they had our titles on it and our name on it. And this year, I don't know if you can spoil it, but
stay tuned. I've seen them, but stay tuned.
So we're not going to be like, one person's going to be a moose, one person's going to be a beaver.
I'm going as a beaver, dibs.
Right. Hardworking animal.
Hardworking beaver.
That's right.
There you go. Also, to all of us, all of you who are viewing, if you're wondering why Trisha is a little leggy, we're virtually calling her in.
Oh, yeah, she's in Edmonton.
Yeah, she's in Edmonton. Just for those who just maybe tuned in. And if you are tuned in live and have questions for any of our finalists, please, or international queens, leave a comment down below and we'll read them out to them.
Hello, Chick Hazel. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, everybody. If you are tuning in, we are here with Miss Galaxy Canada, Miss Teen Galaxy Canada, and Mrs. Galaxy Canada, 3 members of Team Canada Galaxy who will be going off to the Galaxy International Pageant to represent, well, themselves and
Canada,
our great nation. I think I asked this question before, but I like in previous years, but I want to make sure I word it correctly. But like, because remember I've asked before, like, is there like another team that you guys are excited to see? Remember I asked this?
Yes.
And it got interpreted like as if like they're your competition. But I'm saying like, I'm trying to say.
Who are you excited to see?
Yeah. Is there a team that maybe you see every year and they always bring something so awesome? Like how you mentioned, like Australia brings those cool pajama parties. Like, is there a country or a team that you guys remember from past years? You're like, wow, they were so good that year. I really want to see what they're bringing.
Even I
year.
can answer that. Yeah.
Do you guys have any? Is there anyone that stands out to you or memories that you have?
Countries that stand out?
Yeah, like team
For
countries.
me, UK.
Yeah.
UK always brings it. Like they have the best wardrobe. I'm telling you. Like
UK. There's something in the water in the United Kingdom.
That's what I'm saying. Like last year, I think a girl named Sasha. She was in my division. She had the like amazing wardrobe. I'm like, wow, where did you get this? I need it right now.
I love Sasha's outfits.
I know they're amazing.
She's like a little fashionista, and she's in the junior division.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
What about you?
I was gonna say the exact same. Definitely UK. Miss Danny. Oh, I could die for her wardrobe. It is just always top tier and beautiful. So I'm really excited to see what her giveaway gown is gonna be and what outfit she's gonna bring, and especially for the rest of the team of UK.
What's a giveaway?
So for her crown handoff.
Oh, I see. Oh, I got you. Because she was. Oh,
She's
like
the reigning
so just
Miss.
her final walk type
Yeah.
situation. Got it. Cool.
What about you, Trisha?
I mean, I don't want to be redundant. Hyping up Team UK here. Honestly, they seem so fun. I really like looking at their social media. They're always doing events together, and they look like such a fun group. I've talked to a few of them on Instagram, so I'm excited for like Fun Team Canada, Fun Team UK get together.
My thing with
Nice.
my thing with Team UK last year is I'm like, well, we're technically all part of the Commonwealth, so I feel like we're all one big team anyway.
True.
Yeah, we're family.
Exactly. We're all part of the Commonwealth. I'm excited for all of you to just go there. I mean, I've been working with Leah and Tara, and I know how excited they are. So I can only imagine how the bigger girls are feeling.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm also excited for Team UK.
But there's so many. Okay, to be fair, there's so many amazing other countries out there. Like Australia is bringing a really strong team this year. Ireland is also bringing a big one. Mickey's doing a great job with Team Ireland. She's now the new director of Galaxy Ireland.
Cool.
Who else is there? Bahamas, Portugal, Wisconsin always brings a big
yeah.
group.
Even Wisconsin come through.
Yeah, don't sleep on Wisconsin. No.
Actually, hearing what you told me about the Australian animal thing, I kind of want to see what they do.
I'll show you pictures after.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, I'm curious how
Yeah,
how do you
think-
top that?
I think the year that I went as a preteen, they all dressed up as kangaroos, like in the in kangaroo inflatables. It was so funny.
That's cool.
And they did a dance. It was amazing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm changing my answer. I'm excited for Team Australia. Then. I'm excited for Team Australia.
Well, I know in the past, Maria had like a Mr. Galaxy coming soon
Yeah.
teaser. Would you ever be a part of the Galaxy?
I mean, like I said when we talked about the other day, like I have been working out a lot more, so like part of me kind of likes the idea. But I would need to I need more time to prepare. Like I'm happy that I'm getting gains, but I'm not where I want to be yet.
Fair
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Like Deja's like, sure, whatever.
but because you're prepared, right? Like I remember when you were doing Galaxy, like you had a pretty good workout regimen, right? You were getting yourself ready. And stuff.
I did for nationals, and then the pandemic happened, and I was like, meh.
That was tough. I found actually the pandemic, it really, the pandemic really killed my workouts for a while. It took me like a year to get back into it again. So.
I'm actually surprised I still fit in this Galaxy t-shirt. I'm like, oh, it's a little snug, but I got it. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm working out again. But yeah, the pandemic just completely stopped everything. So you guys have seen the Barbie movie? Trisha, have you seen the Barbie movie yet?
Great segue.
No, I'm so sad.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. I'm hoping to see it maybe next week if I have time. But I think these two, you guys have seen it, right?
I've
Yes.
seen it.
And Regine, you've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, so non-spoiler review. What do you guys think of the Barbie movie?
I cried.
Oh,
I didn't.
You're not the first person to say that, actually. Regine didn't cry.
I didn't. I was like, I think because everyone said that they cried, I'm like, am I expected to cry? But I didn't cry.
Well, you know what? I was actually surprised. So, yeah, because I guess, in fact, it was the last time we had the other
girls.
Galaxy people on there. I think Tatiana mentioned she cried a little.
Leo teared up a little bit.
Yeah. But it's funny because I had never heard, that was the first time I had heard any mention that like there's an emotional element. I thought it was just kind of a fun little movie. But so you cried. And did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. Like I went with
good.
my best friend, my sister, and my mom. And at the end of the movie is where like the really sad part is. So like my best friend, I look over to my friend and she's like sobbing. I'm like, and then I start sobbing. And then the Barbie girl song comes on and then we're just dancing. It's like, it's an emotional roller coaster for sure, but it's a really good lesson. I will say that.
So it's good. Worth seeing that. You're happy you saw it.
Yeah.
The girl in front of me was also crying, and I'm like, oh, this is the part where I'm supposed to be crying, but I'm not. Did you cry?
No.
Okay, thank you. Trisha's laughing.
Did you like it? Was it?
I did. The beginning did throw me off. I'm not going to lie. I was just kind of not confused, but it was just like, is this how the whole movie's going to kind of go? But the overall perspective of it was pretty impeccable for me because I went with my boyfriend and he was actually like near the end. He was like, oh, is it really that hard to do things as a woman and stuff like that? Because it really empowered women at the end of it. So.
How interesting. Okay, good.
I mean, I felt the same way where I was just like, what the hell am I watching? But it was also really interesting to see how, because we don't know what the Barbie movie is about until you're actually there.
Yeah.
To me, it was interesting to see how it played out, and then also how to see how they portrayed Barbie moving.
Yeah, because that's the interesting thing for me. Because like Barbie is just like it's just a doll, right?
Yeah.
It's not like there's like if it was like a video game adaptation or like something with like a built-in story, like even the Mario movie, right? Like
Did you watch it yet?
Mario
Yeah.
or Barbie?
Mario.
Oh yeah. I really like Mario. But like, even with Mario, it's like I know who the bad guy is. I know what the general story in most of the games is. I know what the rules of the world are. But with something like a toy, like it's really like they could have kind of gone any direction with it, right? So I really
They did.
So because I haven't seen it, I have no idea what they're gonna do. But you guys are happy with what they did? It's pretty cool.
Yes, I was very happy with it.
Awesome. Okay, good. I'm going to see it.
I was so confused at the end, but it was fine.
Cool. My brother saw it too. He liked it as well.
I watched it with my mother-in-law just because my brother-in-law was like, no, it's a really good movie. You'll enjoy it. And so we both went and watched it. And she was like, I would not watch that again. And I was just like, it was okay.
Ah, so you weren't, well, so I think you didn't like it as much as these two seem to have.
Yeah. I liked it, but not as much as Alexis, who cried in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm a crier when it comes to movies, so it's like I can't really help it.
Fair.
Like if anything remotely sad happens, like okay, if I watch The Dog's Journey and I just sobbed, and I can watch it like a million times and I will still sob each time.
But that's because it's a movie about dogs.
Right.
And
I
that's
watched
why
it
you
so many
cry.
times, and I know what's gonna happen, but I still cry. Yeah.
That makes sense. That's like me and like certain parts of Lord of the Rings. I always know when the tears are gonna like. I can kind of fight it, but I always feel that like. That.
Okay, what movie makes you cry?
Well, I guess for her Dog's Journey. But
Yeah.
Is there another one or?
I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that one. I think a lot for sure.
Deja? Do you have like that one movie that is like, I know I'm gonna cry in this movie?
Oh my gosh. The Blind Side.
I haven't seen that
Blindsided.
actually.
That's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
That's the one, the football player, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Trisha, is there a movie that you always cry in?
Titanic.
Oh.
Love that. It's like my favorite movie.
It's that's what's the part that sets you off?
Jack.
Oh yeah.
I wish you weren't lagging as you did that.
But I knew exactly what scene she was doing though. I knew exactly the moment she's talking about. That's actually a pretty good impression. You actually had the exact I think you've seen that movie a few times, I think.
Just a couple.
Yeah. Regine?
I think the one movie that gets me every time after my grandma passed is Coco. I cannot watch Coco anymore and not Like, I used to love the movie, and then my grandma passed, and I watched it because I'm like, I want to feel good. And I'm like, oh no, it's a different feeling now. But it's also, to be fair, my grandma kind of looked like Coco, so I think that's why it hit me different.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, you know what? Speaking of, speaking of kind of not crying, but anyways, somehow I'm segueing into this. Remember how like last week or whenever it was you mentioned, you saw that ad for Budweiser that they had removed the Bud. Mm-hmm. I saw the commercial that they were talking about.
Okay.
And actually, it was kind of, you know what it was? It came on before a YouTube video, and it was, they were interviewing men, older guys, you know, because I don't know if you guys know this, men tend to have a hard, like, as we get older, like we tend to see a lot of men see their friends less and less. And so they're interviewing these guys who like, they're asking them about their best friend. And they're like, well, when's the last time you like had a beer with your best friend? And they're all just like, they couldn't remember. And they're like, you know, some of them, it's been years, you know? And I'm even myself finding that where like, you know, it's like your friends, like everyone has jobs and somebody moves away and somebody else goes, right? And so the whole commercial is about how like it's better with your buds. But like at the end of the commercial, they're all interviewing all these guys talking about like, whoa, look at this photo. Imagine if your friend wasn't there and all this stuff. And then the friends come in and then they like hug. And I was like,
did you cry?
I didn't know. I didn't cry.
Liar.
I didn't cry.
You
but
cried.
It was like touching. It was actually, so, you know, I mean, I didn't go and buy Budweiser after that, but it was, I think
Did
it was
you call
a
your
nice
besties
ad.
afterwards?
I didn't, but it made me think that I like should
Should we just have your friends on next week?
just to hang out with them.
Yeah, Symphony of Nine, come back on. Like,
Because it is true. Like it's like I through the pandemic.
when was the last time you saw them? When they were in studio?
I mean, one change. I actually saw one of them yesterday, but
So the commercial did work.
But that I saw the commercial afterwards. But that was the first time in a while. And again, I mean, I think it's probably happens for everyone.
I haven't
but-
seen my best friends in a while.
Yeah, because I mean, what happens is, right, like everyone's used to seeing each other at school. You see them every day. And then once you graduate, suddenly like
Alexis.
if you find that if you want to see your friends, you actually have to make time to see them because you're not going to by default see them, right? Unless I guess maybe you work together or maybe you meet somebody at work. But so it just becomes a lot more, it becomes a lot easier to disconnect from people.
Or your best friends are part of Galaxy and they're actually in the UK and you're like, damn, why are you so far?
Yeah, it's sad. Anyways.
So far?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I guess let's bring it back to Galaxy and pageants for a second. Speaking of best friends, I know when I started pageants, my friends did not get it. They're like, I don't understand why you're doing this. How has it been for you ladies doing pageants and keeping up with your social life? Because I know when I was a Canada Galaxy girl, it was hard.
Yeah, for me, like, my social life, because I do still go to school, like, I still have that social life at school. But actually, my friends are very supportive when it comes to pageants. So, like, they know that there's times where I can't hang out or I can't, like, you know, be there when they're hanging out. And so, like, actually, my best friend, she asked me today, she's like, I need the link for when internationals is, because her entire family actually sits in her living room and they all watch internationals. Like last year they were like, oh my god, and they're like texting me as I'm on stage, and I get back and I see all these text messages from her and like they're like, when you didn't win, our entire house was so upset. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, like all my friends are just very supportive about it, and you know, I make time to see them, but school is basically where I see them all the time.
Must be nice.
That's nice. Yeah, it is. I mean, as someone who's not in school, I will say the best advice.
Enjoy it now.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy it, and also just remember that it's important to keep those friendships going.
Yeah.
Cherish the moments.
Cherish the moments. It's better with your buds.
Gosh. We're not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored.
Yeah.
How about you, Deja?
During high school, I found it really hard for me to keep that social life because my mom totally deep dived into pageants. So I was doing probably a pageant every weekend of the month. So I had like really no like hangouts with really anybody. But once it kind of started slowing down my senior year, that's where it kind of popped a little bit more for social life, I would say. So it's definitely learning how to gain that balance between friendships and pageantry. But I had actually ended up and being blessed with a lot of my pageant family actually lives in Canada. So like my friend Emma Murphy, I've known her since 11. So we've been two peas in a pod ever since, and we've just never not stopped talking. So I think that was a good balance because we have the same friend group. So that really worked out. But after college and everything, definitely my support system got definitely bigger. My friends totally get it. They understand it. They actually all go over to somebody's house. They all live stream it, watch it together, wear Team Deja shirts or Team Canada shirts, depending what it might be. But they're definitely very grateful for me doing it in a way because they love seeing that volunteer side of me and actually being in my community. But yeah, my support system's great with my friends, so I wouldn't change it.
Excellent.
But you, Trisha?
I love that, Deja. My friends also are super supportive of the work that I do in my community. They're often either volunteering or donating and helping in the community alongside with me. I've been friends with most of my friends like since we were in middle school, high school. I grew up in a really small town. Last weekend, actually, a bunch of us will be turning 40 next year. So we had a little party and there was 8 of us, and we each picked a location and did like a PowerPoint presentation for this trip for our 40th birthdays. And then we voted anonymously, and then we're all going next year. And I don't want to toot my own horn. I put together like a really thick PowerPoint and I won. So the 8 of us are going to Tulum next April for all of our 40th birthdays. So I'm super excited for that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think it's true that women are better at maintaining these types of friendships more than men. I think that's true. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like what you just described about like planning that thing, like that's a great idea. But it would have to take one of my friends to like come up with that and then organize it.
Okay. Curious, since we just learned that we've been friends for 10 years. So curious.
Yeah.
We learned that recently. Thank you, Facebook. Backtrack. So I plan my birthday months in advance, and then I message you, hey, this is the plans for my birthday.
Yes.
Do your other friends do that? Or am I crazy?
No, none of my friends do that. No.
Welcome.
Well, okay, wait. There's one of my friends does actually do that. Yes, you're right. He sends an email, sometimes months, saying, this is the date I'm planning to do it. And it's always the same. So I guess one. But none of the others. Everyone else is like me. I'll be like, oh, my birthday's tomorrow? Oh, maybe we'll grab drinks tomorrow. Oh, okay. You're not okay, that's fine.
We'll just do a sit down episode.
Yeah, that's usually. But yeah, most don't plan. But it would be way better if they did.
Or what if you were the person that kept up with your friends and reached out to your friends?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It would be better if I was, but I don't.
Who keeps up with your friends more, you or your girlfriend?
With my friends?
Or friends in general?
Oh, my girlfriend for sure.
There you go. You answered your own question.
Yeah. No. But that's what I'm saying. I think even watching that commercial, it did kind of make me think about it a little bit more, because it is something that I don't know. Time goes by and you're just like, oh, wait, when was the last time I saw that person? When was the last time I talked to that person? Oh, 5 years ago. Oh, that's not good.
He got so upset.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to our guest.
Yeah.
Done talking about Scott. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, yeah. What should we ask?
Can I interject?
Do it.
Okay, perfect. So Deja, I wanted to know, so your mom, you mentioned her briefly, diving really deep into pageants. She's also a pageant director.
Yes.
How has life been being a pageant contestant or beauty queen, plus having a mom who is a director of a system?
It's a little hectic. When pageant season arrives around mid-April, we're running around with like our heads cut off like chickens. It's a little hectic, but we always bring in the reins. Finding that I guess, common ground is really good for me and my mom. We can't really bond over many things, but pageantry we definitely do. So it's always nice. It's kind of a family affair. So me and my older brother Ryan, we both help my mom with Canada Perfect. But then competing wise, my mom's definitely more of the chill mom. She's the mom that, okay, you might need a drink. All right, I'll be back. But it's just, that's how our dynamic works within the pageant world, I should say. So, yeah.
Cool.
So, Alexis, I just realized you're the same way. Your mom is also a pageant director.
Yes.
But then she's also a very hands-on pageant mom.
Yes, she is. So for me, well, my mom took a step down from being a pageant director for a while because Galaxy has obviously
taken over.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not upset about that, to be honest, because I saw her pageant stuff. After COVID, it kind of fell through, and her first pageant back wasn't as successful as she wanted it to be. So she just kind of put a break to that, and she wants me to take over the system.
Can you please? Because I have people that want to do children's pageants, and I'm like, I think they're still in business.
Yeah, I'm not sure though, depending on obviously what I want to do when I grow up. But it definitely has been a consideration of mine. I love pageantry, especially gliss pageants. I've always wanted to, run my own pageant. But for now, my mom is she's focusing on Galaxy, and yesterday she was running around everywhere trying to get my dress hemmed for internationals. But she also helps out a lot with your mom's pageant as well.
Yeah. And me.
Oh, yeah.
And me.
She just kind of likes to be that pageant mom. I think that's a role that she likes to take on. So, yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
She does a great job at it.
She does. She does. She's everyone's pageant mom on the week. So, Trisha, if you're ever looking for I want my mom to be here, the pageant moms that you have going with you will be great. Lindsay is amazing as a pageant mom.
Lindsay, I've already tapped her in a few times, called her up.
There you go.
Help me, Mom, help.
No, seriously, I will be I need covers. You understand what kind of covers I need.
Yeah.
Lindsay's I got you. And I'm like, thank you.
You should see our suitcase. So many extra things that we don't need.
Probably because in Texas we were not prepared, and she was running around with Maddie. So now she's I'm going to have everything ready.
Yeah. She has extra outfits for different sizes. And I'm like,
oh, bless your mom's soul. Can I adopt? Can I be adopted?
Doing a pageant, you need to have a support system around you, right? It's not really something you can do on your own, right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you could try.
It's tough.
And then we know how that goes.
When you say you weren't ready in Texas, what happened in Texas?
I just mean there's always the small last minute things that you essentially realize oh, I forgot to bring X, Y, and Z. And then it's because the way that we are at Galaxy was last year is we only had a specific number of cars, and only specific people can drive the cars because they're all rentals. So it was just in the group chat, can anyone grab this for us, or is anyone able to drop us off somewhere?
So it's helpful to have the super experienced pageant moms who know in advance these are the things that can go wrong, so we got to make sure we have these, and we have these, and these tend to break, so we have these. So
Maddie and your mom were the dynamic duo of moms last year.
Yeah, we barely saw them.
I know.
I remember the only time I saw them one day is when they dropped us off at hair and makeup, picked us up, and dropped us off food for rehearsal. That was it. The entire time they were just running out, steaming my dress.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
We love pageant. I was so jealous. I'm I wish I had a pageant mom here. And Zara's here, give me your stuff, I'll steam it. I'm I got a pageant mom here. So don't worry, Trish, you'll be fine. You'll have all the moms there with you.
We have a question in the chat.
Oh, Malicia.
Hi, Queens. What drives you girls to want to win the international crown? Who wants to go first?
Let's start with Trisha.
Sorry, guys, I didn't hear it.
The question is, hi, Queens. What drives you girls to want to win the international crown?
Oh, no pressure on that one, hey? You know what? I love the Galaxy system. Like I mentioned, I've been part of it for 3 years now. And I think not winning on my first try really made me appreciate believing in myself and all of the hard work that it takes to get there. Yes. And when I came back and I won, I would say that was probably one of the proudest moments in my life. And I don't know that anything could top that, except for maybe bringing the Mrs. Galaxy International crown home to Canada for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, good answer.
Great answer.
All right.
Now follow suit, ladies.
Kind of the same thing as Miss Trisha, oh my gosh, Miss Trisha said. It would just be such a cool thing to bring it back to Canada, especially Hamilton, because in all reality, there's not that many Hamilton queens. So I think that would be a really cool thing to bring back to my hometown. Like my dad always says, no guts, no glory, no success, no story. So I just really want to prove myself and hopefully have a great time at my very first international Galaxy and see what happens.
That's a great quote.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
Something you tattoo on yourself.
Yeah.
Alexis?
For me, I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years. It's always been a dream of mine. I started off when I was young, so I grew up with the Galaxy system, and going back the first 2 times not winning was unfortunate. And after I had Junior Miss North America, I was kind of like, where do I go from here? Because I didn't really see a way to go back. So when I had the opportunity to go back to nationals and see if I could win the teen title, I was like, okay, I should do this because I'm so determined to win this crown, because it's been a life changer for me. And that is a goal that I want to see myself succeed in. And so, winning the national title for me, it was like, oh my gosh, like I finally get this opportunity to go back for a 3rd time. And my mom always says 3rd time's a charm. So I've been working so hard for this moment, and I'm ready to go to internationals and give it my all.
Amazing. So, okay, what is it about Galaxy, Canada Galaxy or Galaxy Internationals that keep bringing you back to the system?
I guess it's just overall the sisterhood. It's always so advertised that the sisterhood is great, because it is. It's I've met you when I first started, and in overall pageants I met Deja how long ago? Like,
oh my gosh, you were 3 when I met you.
So 12 years ago, and I still talk to my 2019 court. So it's the sisterhood, and also the ability it has to make you develop that self-worth. And so I felt like growing up I had it so easy now, because I already know what my self-worth is, and I know how confident I can be, how I can help out in my community. So going back, it's just the sisterhood, and it's like a calming place for me.
What about you, Trisha? Because you were, like we said, first runner-up the first year. What is it about Galaxy that keeps bringing you back?
So sorry about that.
You're fine.
So one of my favorite stories about Galaxy is how I did not win. So that year, it was myself, Jenna, and Caroline in the top 3. Yeah. Jenna won. I was first runner-up. And so the 3 of us have become such amazing friends. So Caroline and I supported Jenna on her journey to internationals. And then last year, Caroline and I came back again, and I won, and Caroline placed first runner-up. So Jenna got to crown me, and it was me and Caroline in the top 2. And spoiler alert, Caroline's coming back again this year to nationals, and I'm so excited to see how she does. But like that story alone is so special, and like really shows the sisterhood and how amazing the Galaxy system is.
I'm so excited for Caroline to come back.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I guess there is something, like you're saying, there is something, I guess maybe you feel like, do you like appreciate it more because you went in the first time, and then it's almost like you feel like you had to climb a mountain because you didn't get it the first time and you came back and you kind of had to overcome it, that type of situation?
100%. I was honestly, being first runner-up, you're so close to winning. Yep. So putting in another year of work and then coming back, and what if you don't place at all?
Yes.
It was harder, I think, for me mentally to come back a second time than it was to do it the first time, but it made winning mean so much more.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I felt that. I'm like, I was first runner up. I totally get it. It's scary because it's true. And I am sure, Alexis, you felt the same way.
Yeah.
Coming back, you were already a queen. Coming back, it's like, what if I do worse than I did when I initially started?
Yeah, like I placed first runner up the first year at internationals, and then I went back and I placed second runner up. So for me, it was like, shoot, like what the heck?
You're so close.
So when I went to nationals, I was like, what if I don't win? Like it was like a what if kind of thing, and what ifs always scare me. So it's like when I actually won the crown, I was like so grateful, and I know that everything happens for a reason. So
yeah, I remember my second year, or the year I won. It was me and Amanda. And all I hear is Lindsay, Alexis's mom, going, "Here we go again, Regine." And I'm like, no. Like, it was at that moment where it dawned on me, like, oh my gosh, here we go again.
yeah.
But no, I totally get what you were saying, Trisha. I felt that one. I felt that answer.
I actually remember you saying that last year. You were like, and again, we have two best friends. And I was like, I don't know if I can handle this. But when you don't win and somebody so amazing that has supported you and you have supported them and you've gone on this journey together, I guess it's not as bad when your sister or your friend is the person who gets to have this amazing experience.
True.
Beautiful. We should do the ads.
I know. I was just realizing, whoa, we've been going on for almost an hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers. They make this show possible. Who are they, you ask?
I know.
And now you're about to find out, too. The Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at jmckenziehomes@gmail.com. Jewelry forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, laser engraving, and they change watch batteries, all done on site. Their laser engraving machine is so cool. It's like, it does that.
Literally that noise.
And we have a great deal worked out with them, don't we, Regine?
We do. If you go in and let them know that Scott and Regine sent you, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right. 15% off. 15%. Mention the show. Get a great deal. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. And find out more at jewelryforever.ca. Also, follow them on Instagram and TikTok. They're blowing up on TikTok.
They are.
So many cool things to learn about jewelry, like making and repairs and just cool stuff.
And they cleaned my wedding ring, and I totally forgot how shiny it was.
Like, wow.
Whoa, that's what it looks like.
It's shimmering.
Yeah.
Beautified by Romina.
Internationally trained hair and makeup artist. She is the official hair and makeup artist of The Sit Down, and myself, actually. She does everything from not just our promo shoots and our photo shoot, actually, but she also does corporate pageants. She does weddings, baby showers, date nights, corporate shots.
And she's just really great at it. Men and women. Are you a man with a sunburned nose because your sunscreen came off in the ocean? Look kind of like a strange clown? About to go on stage, maybe, hosting an event with Regine? Is that really specific?
Yep, very.
She will make you look not like that anymore. You'll look like a person, and you'll look even better. Anyway, beautified by Romina. She's great. Find out more.
Yes. Instagram and Facebook at Beautified by Romina.
And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very, very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you guys have to do is email us at radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. We do the show live every week, people. And we also do the ads live week to week. What's that mean? It means you can personalize them week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening at a particular time in a particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. Get in touch. Radio Show Ad, Radio Show AD at gmail.com. And we're back. Hi, everybody.
We are.
We are here with 3, I guess 4, really.
But I'm not part of
not part
this
of
year's.
3 Team Galaxy
Surprise!
Canada. We are here with Miss Galaxy, Miss Teen and Mrs. Galaxy
2023.
2023. They're getting ready to head off to the international pageant in only 2 weeks' time in Orlando, Florida.
But before we continue, we are excited to announce that
Regine and I are going to be emceeing at the upcoming Taste of Manila event.
August 19, 2023, so next Saturday. It is just at the corner of Bathurst and Wilson in Toronto. So if you are familiar with Little Manila, that's literally where we're going to be.
Yeah. Street's going to be closed, right?
The streets will be closed.
It's going to be like, it's like, well, I mean, the most popular one in Toronto is Taste of the Danforth, but there are tons of them, and this is the one where you're going to get some delicious Filipino grub.
Yes, so they'll not only just food, but also entertainment. There are actually performers or artists from the Philippines coming. It's a free event, so keep that in mind. It's free. And so if you're interested in learning more about Filipino culture, Philippine heritage, what the food tastes like, because we know the food is delicious, make sure you check it out, Taste of Manila.
Yeah, and most importantly, they'll get to see us on stage.
Duh. So we will actually be, our segment is at 2:30.
That sounds right. 2:30
to 4 p.m. on Saturday, August 19th. So make sure you find us. Don't stalk us, just find us.
Yeah, exactly. And we have another question from the chat, from another one from Alicia Gregory. Whoever wants to go first. What makes you most nervous while competing?
Ooh.
Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
All right.
For me, what makes me the most nervous is always interview. It will always make me nervous no matter how prepared I am, because you don't know what the judges are going to throw at you. So it's like, it makes you nervous that you're going to mess up, or if you're going to say the wrong things. But I feel like that always just makes me nervous. But also going on stage as well, like an evening gown, you're like, oh my God, am I going to trip on my dress? Because, it's always a possibility. You never know what's going to happen on stage. But I guess for me, the difference between interview and going on stage is that you have that adrenaline when you go on stage, because like everyone's watching you, the lights are on you.
Yep.
And I guess the whole thing just makes you nervous, but for sure for me, interview makes me the most nervous.
Because the interview portion it's not done on the, is it just you and the interviewers, right? It's not on stage, it's not the whole performance.
Yeah.
I feel like that would almost make me more nervous. I feel like me personally, I'm actually more comfortable in like a large stage in front of an audience than like kind of like a one-on-one conversation.
Good for you.
So that's interesting. The moment that the smaller part, just speaking to one person, makes you a bit more nervous.
To be fair, interview can make or break it for you.
It's the highest scored thing.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
The percentage is the highest.
Surprise!
Well, so that's even more of a reason to be nervous then. But that's interesting.
How about you, Deja?
I would have to say the same thing. Being a new Miss in the title holder world, I feel like I don't have as much experience as the other women do. I'm only 23, so they definitely have more life experience than I do. So I find that to be a little kind of a step down for me. So that's what makes me a little bit nervous. I haven't really grown outside of Hamilton and done amazing things like everybody else has. So I feel like I don't have maybe like the best experiences or ideas as they would per se.
Interesting. So interview. Trisha, what are you most nervous about?
Honestly, you guys, I'm literally having nightmares about everything you could think of. Like, I don't pack anything for the trip and I show up and I have nothing, or like, I fall on stage really bad and have to be carried off, or like maybe like some body part falls out of my outfit. Like, all of those things are what is going through my mind.
Oh my God.
At this point, I'm scared of everything.
So just everything. And now us talking about interview is giving you like something else to be nervous about.
You know what? I'll be honest. I know how important interview is. So I've been working on it for quite some time now. I'm feeling very confident about that.
Okay, that's good.
My irrational fears that are taking over at this point.
Got it. I mean, it's fair because it's one of those things where you don't know what to expect. So I get it. I would say take it as nationals. So imagine you're going back to nationals, like for all of you, you're going back to nationals, but sprinkle in a bigger title.
No big deal. Just sprinkle in a bigger title.
No, but it's true because it's the same pageant. Cindy does an amazing job in mimicking internationals. So just think of it as you're going to nationals in a different country with a different title.
So when you go in for the interview, is there who's in the room? Is
The
it just
judges.
The judges.
so it's like what, 3-4 people, or how many?
No.
No, it's like 10 people on the judging panel. And then there's also virtual,
Yep.
and then the former queen. And I think Maria's
And Maria's in there too, yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 people, and then there's like the former queen is. So
Because she's doing the timing.
and then who's doing the talking? Like, are they all asking you things,
Yep.
or is
Yeah.
it? Oh, so the interview is like anybody can ask anything.
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, and you have no idea what they're going to ask you.
Well, you submit paperwork.
I don't think we do that this year.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, because they would usually give it to us by now, but we haven't gotten anything. We just had a reference sheet, and that's it. Yeah.
Interesting. That is nerve-wracking.
Well, I guess just prepare what you're going to say in those. Like, they could potentially ask you all 4 or 5 of those questions on the reference, and then...
Yeah.
Is there also a Q&A portion in addition to interview, or is it just the interview? Is that
Just
part?
the interview.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm answering. I'm not a guest. You guys
You-
answer.
you know.
I'm like, no.
But Regine, you've got lots of experience too. Well, how long is the interview? How long does it last?
5 minutes at internationals, and then 3 minutes at nationals, I think.
Oh. So there's actually like a timer when you're in there. Is there like
Yes.
a clock and you see it?
No,
like,
that's
going?
what the reigning title holder is there to do, is to time it for you.
And so she'll be like, is she like 1 minute?
No,
Or is it-
the alarm
You hear
will
the
go
beep, beep,
off.
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Oh.
And last year I was talking and I wasn't even close to saying what I was, like, done saying what I was saying, and I hear this alarm go off and I'm like, because usually you don't want to go over the time, because that kind of usually
They'll let you finish
yeah
it.
they'll let you finish, but if you go 2 over the time, they'll take points off, I think. Yeah.
I see. So they want you to be like concise type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I remember I cried at mine last year.
Did you really?
I did.
Like while in it?
Yeah.
yeah.
that-
I don't think it affected my score, but it was just one of the... You know what I think affected my score? COVID brain. COVID brain. I literally had the worst COVID brain funk ever. And it lasted until we got back from internationals. And I'm like, can I redo my interview? Like, this is not fair.
Yeah, that would be tough.
And I'm like, do I tell the judges? Or I'm like, no, I'm just going to...
That's, hearing you guys talk about interview.
Are you worried now?
That would make me a little nervous, I think. I mean, yeah, no, I think so. So. I mean, I guess you could fall, I guess. Like, tripping and stuff. But like, I wouldn't be wearing a gown, so like, I'm less worried about that. I guess I just trip over my own feet.
Yeah.
But like, on stage is something you can practice for.
Yeah.
But you don't know the questions that they're going to ask you. So it's like, you have a less chance of falling.
Yeah.
Unless you missed your chair completely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you lose marks for that? If you go into your interview and you're like, oh, hi, thanks for having me. You like go down. Is that?
I actually have fallen in an interview.
Oh, no.
With that, yeah.
And did it affect your...
I don't think it did. I kind of made a joke out of it. I said, see you next fall, and I walked out. So,
I feel like that would give you points, right?
Maybe. I'm not quite sure.
It shows your personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part. And I think that's what interview is there for, is to see your personality and show the judges who you really are.
In fact, do we know, like, what have they told, like, what are you kind of being graded on? Like, what are they looking for? What would give you a good grade in the interview?
They're looking for someone that has like a clear kind of path, like they know what they want to do if they win this title kind of thing, and someone that can speak well, sits well, and someone that just has a light personality and is easy to talk to kind of thing. So,
Super well-rounded.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say I mimic what Alexis said. It's someone who knows exactly what their plans are. Like, you're not just saying, I have plans if I were to win. It's, okay, what are your plans? Like, you specifically have concrete. I know that's why Danny won, because Danny literally gave them a full list of things that she's going to do with the title.
Because I guess in a way it almost is a job interview, in the sense that, like, they're interviewing who will be their representative, right?
Exactly.
You're representing their...
Yeah.
You're interviewing for your dream title.
Yeah. And you're representing their, like, organization. So they're going to want to pick somebody who, like, will you be a good representative? That's very interesting. It's very interesting.
It only took you 5 years of us doing this show to realize the importance of interview.
Because I never heard any... I think this is the first time I've heard somebody say that I'm most nervous for the interview portion. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say that. Usually people say stuff like... I don't know what they say, but I've never heard that before, so I think that's why it never kind of
clicked
in my head. But that's very interesting. Do they film it?
We did at Nationals, but you had to like buy it. It's kind of like a feedback thing. So.
Oh, okay. So like the audience never sees it or anything?
No. Basically, like if you decide to share it with other people, but at Internationals, I don't think they film it.
No. I think the reason why Cindy filmed it that one year is because there was virtual judges as well. So just in case the lag was there, she was able to pull it and share it with the judges.
Makes sense. I guess I can see the only reason I would even think that or ask about that is because it's a portion that the audience never sees. Could it be the kind of thing where, like, the audience is watching and, like, because you said it can make or break you, right? So people could be like, oh, wow, this person's blowing it out of the water. And they're like, why did they win? It's like, oh, the interview portion, and they didn't see that. Yeah. So do they? What do they do for that? Do they, like, read out the interview scores, or how does that work?
No, you just got to trust the system.
Yeah, like if you win Best in Interview, you'll get an award for it, kind of thing. Yeah.
I see.
And that's usually where you see, like, where the top 5 is formed based off of the special awards.
Usually it'll be like top 2 that usually gets like most of the awards. Like, you'll be lucky if you get an award if you're like 4th runner.
Makes sense, because generally the person who is the best in a bunch of categories is probably close to winning, because you were, Wow. Interview portion.
I was never best in interview. I think if I were to go back to Galaxy, that would be my one goal, is to get best in interview. I helped you, did I not? I can help people get best in interview, but I cannot get...
I feel like I think...
Mind you, I had COVID brain.
Yeah. I think doing this show every week must help with this. Because because I asked the questions.
That was my fear. I was like, what if I go into interview and I ask the judges questions? I think I said that to you. Like, what if I go in and I'm like, hey, so, whoops.
So which part are you most interested in judging for?
Like, bring it back to them.
Yeah. Turn it around on them.
Yeah.
Go on the offensive. I'm not sure if the audience heard that or not.
I don't think
Virus
so.
threat and protection summary. Thanks, computer.
I guess for the 3 of you, I know we've gone a little bit over time.
Oh, yeah.
What are some things that you have left to do in terms of pageant prep? Because you guys are leaving soon.
Yeah.
2 weeks, right?
Let's start with Trisha, actually.
I will be honest. I am a little bit behind. Unfortunately, my grandpa passed away this week.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. So I have just been out of it. So I honestly, I just have all the things left to do. No problem. Just nothing like a last minute rush though, to just like really get you into the swing of things. Get you excited, right?
Mm-hmm. No, first off, sorry about your grandpa.
Yes, thank you.
No one wants to deal with the death in the family, especially right before internationals. But we know that you're a really strong queen and that you will get ish done when you need to. So we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
And your grandpa's with you too, so that if that helps. He's literally gonna be like, "Don't worry, Trisha, I'll pack your luggage for you."
You know what? I think it was my first or second appearance was actually at my grandparents' seniors' home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I think that's the proudest I've ever seen my grandpa of me. I was like a celebrity in their seniors' home.
Aww.
And I know. And for just a hot minute, I didn't know if I could go to internationals. I was really upset. And then I just thought back to that. And I was like, no, 100%. Like, Grandpa's coming with, and he wants me to go. And it's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited for internationals.
Awesome.
What about either one of you guys? What are you still working on or preparing to do?
I still have to wait for my shipment of my clothing.
Stop.
Yes.
Is it coming from Vietnam? Stop.
Yes. So it's a little nerve-wracking. I have my plan Bs just in case, but I really want to use the stuff that was created for me. But other than that, re-dyeing my hair, getting some bobby pins ready, and those little pageant knickknacks, and good to go.
Yeah, for me, I'm still waiting on.
I know.
Other than that, like, I just have to pack my regular clothing for the week. And, well, my mom and I have been all over the place this week. We also experienced some deaths in the family, I think 2 of them. Well, actually, my grandma is actually expected to pass away while I'm at international, so I'm just kind of mentally preparing myself for the worst. But I know that if that does happen, that I know that she'll be watching me. And, yeah, but for prep, I just have to wait for my shipment, and that's it.
Can I ask Alexis, because I know I've worked with you closely in the past, what is your, I guess to all of you, what's your mindset like going into, because mindset's huge. I know mindset is what can make or break people. So how are you, let's rephrase that. What are your coping skills, or what are you doing to keep your mindset right?
So for me at nationals, my mindset was like not there. Like, it was not good at all. I had mental breakdowns, as you know. But it was more that I compared myself a lot to other people. That's something that like always gets me. So going into to internationals this year, it's like I just try to be optimistic about everything, always think positive, because I know that even though I think the youngest in my division, there's always a chance. I've been doing this for 5 years, so as long as I, keep that passion, show that passion to the judges, then I think I'll be good.
Awesome.
Nice.
Like that.
Well, when I started my Galaxy journey, actually, Lindsay kind of came over to my house and was like, you have 3 weeks to enter, so just do it. So I ended up entering. I think the biggest thing was having just a positive mindset towards it. I just went there to have fun. I was not expecting to win. I did not think I was going to win my very first try. I thought that was going to be a very, very hard group, which it was. But once I won, it was just like very, almost like satisfying, but overall grateful, because if you've seen the crowning video, I was kind of confused and was like, okay, where's my first runner-up sash? Hey! And then I see Olivia leave, and I'm like, oh, okay, it is me. So I think just having fun with it, go with the flow, don't get mad over those little things. But yeah, just overall staying positive about it.
Yeah. About you, Trisha, how are you getting your mindset right for internationals?
Everything the girls said is spot on. Just being really grateful for the experience and taking it all in, just really enjoying being there. I take a lot of comfort, I think, in the consistency of the work that I've put in over the 3 years. Like, I haven't just been preparing, let's say, like 3 months or 6 months for a year. I feel like I've been preparing for this for 3 years.
Yep.
So I'm not too stressed. I'm just really excited, and I want to have a fun time. Especially with Team Canada, I think that's what I'm the most excited about. Is I always wanted to join a sorority. We don't really have that in Edmonton, And I feel like I finally got in one with Canada Galaxy. So this is going to be the trick of a lifetime.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think Canada in general doesn't really. We don't do the sorority thing.
We do.
But it's not the way
like
the
the
Americans
States,
do it.
no.
Not the way the Americans do it.
Yeah, no, not like America.
Not like
Yeah.
Americans.
So that is cool. I actually do like that part because you know what it reminds me of with the Team Canada thing. It kind of reminds me of like when I used to play hockey and like my whole team, we'd go on like hockey tournaments and stuff. You know, like there's something cool about that it's not just like you're not just on your own going to this competition. It's like no, it's a team. I don't know. I like it.
Speaking of team, Cindy with an S, the national director of Canada Galaxy, is in the chats. Hello, Cindy.
Hello, Cindy.
Hope you're feeling well and recovering. She says, waiting for our lunch date.
Oh. That's with us too.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, Cindy, get better first, and then they'll go on a lunch date.
Oh, she's sick?
She just had surgery.
Oh, yeah. I saw something on Instagram about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, get well soon, Cindy. Hi. We should do our final segment.
Yes, let's do it.
So
Who's gonna do it?
Yeah, so we need to elect a representative. Oh, you're not going to
I'm
do it?
good.
Deja, I
My
guess
hands
we
are
can't do it with Trisha.
Yep.
Okay. Sure, I'll do it.
All right. Well, I'll explain what it is. Do you know what it is?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Well, it's going to be you. So here we go.
Okay.
Have you ever seen this before? Do you know what this is?
Yeah, the little monkeys, right?
Yes. Okay.
Little
Great.
monkeys?
Okay. So it means you're slightly prepared. This is the classic game Barrel of Monkeys. Came out in 1965.
Something like that.
I can't remember. We looked it up, but I don't know. It's not that important. Is it? But anyway, the way it is well, let's just start it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's edition of the, where is it? Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. Okay. So here's the classic game. Okay. Have you played it before?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh,
That's
so
helpful.
she knows.
All right. Well, I'll explain how the rules work for this
No.
version.
Definitely not good at it.
You take the barrel. So it starts on the table. Okay. And I'll put a 1-minute timer on it. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. You grab the barrel. Pour out the monkeys. All right.
Okay.
Then you're done with the barrel. Pick up a monkey. Use this monkey to pick up another monkey. Use that monkey to try to pick up another monkey. Maybe, I don't know, it's kind of maybe in there, say. Well, I'm having a hard time. Anyway, you're trying to grab another monkey, then you use this monkey to grab another monkey, and you so on and so forth. You're trying to link as many monkeys onto your first monkey as possible. Okay? If you end up with 2 monkeys on the same monkey, like this, that would only count towards your total as 1.
Okay.
So what we're counting is the links of monkeys. So this would be 2 monkeys. The monkey in your hand also doesn't count towards your total.
Okay.
Okay. When the minute goes off, you'll hear the timing, the beeping, and just freeze at that point so we can count the monkeys.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No. Can I stand up for this?
What's the high score to beat?
Can't
we'll,
tell
we can
yet.
we'll look at that
Okay.
after. We'll look at that after. But
I
okay,
don't think I'll get close to it.
so I will hand you this.
Okay.
Okay, so let's clear off an area. You can move your mic out of the way. So just clear off an area here. Maybe, yeah, that should work.
That wasn't easy. Clear up.
There we go. Okay, so it sits there. Okay, let me get
Hands
our...
off the barrel.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hands off, ma'am.
Let me get our timer ready here. So you are now representing
This portion of Team
Team
Canada.
Canada. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So there's a lot of pressure here. Oh, wait, in fact, I didn't update the scores from last time. We should actually do it this time. Anyways, okay, timer. 1 minute is on the clock. Any questions? You ready to go?
Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
Okay, so here we go. 3, 2. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let me just make sure. I think
She's ready.
I think the monkeys one might switch to. It might be the wrong. I think from last week. Hang on. Wait. Let me just check it. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I knew it. There we go. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
No pressure. Don't. Careful.
She has started. I guess Trisha. I don't think Trisha can see the table from here, but
No.
we'll keep commentating. She's got a good start, pretty good start. You can do it. 35 seconds remaining. There you go. Stay calm. You've got this. There you go. Yeah, you've got the right idea.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, this is looking very respectable, actually.
Oh.
Hey, okay.
Hey.
20 seconds remaining.
You got this.
Her technique is good.
Just watch the ones you're holding up top.
Yeah, but no, she's got it.
Ooh.
Come on, I just
5 seconds remaining.
Deja, right there.
I'm trying.
No, the one closest to you.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 monkeys?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. Yeah, 6. 6, 6, 6. Or 6. I don't know.
6 monkeys.
Well done. That's I think that was quite respectable. How do you feel about your performance there?
I think I did pretty good. Pretty good. I think I lost a little bit at the end, but the beginning was definitely strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think that was quite strong. Yes. Okay, let me see. We can look at the scores now. So 6 monkeys she got, right?
Yep.
So let's update hers. In fact, you know what? I got in the habit of I haven't updated it the last little while, but let's update this one just so that it's there. Okay, here we go. So if we look at our scores, here it is. Previous scores, but this is not completely up to date, but it's a lot of them. Mm-hmm. First place is 10 monkeys. James Nickel.
Crazy.
Yeah. Second place, Scott Dion Brown, Thea Asadilio, and Regine Alaina, 9 monkeys. Third place has East of Nowhere, Jenna Marie Donnelly, Anna Goldsmith, Leticia from Team Canada Galaxy. That's a previous year. In fact, we should probably add the year to that. I got to check what the year that was. Mika, JDL Cupid Arch, and Alona Fiandaka, they all round out 8th place. 7th place, you guys, or how many you get? 6 monkeys? Okay.
6.
So 6 monkeys, you're sitting in 5th place, along with Timothy Ing, Nina Kiri, Garson Carroll, and Chad Boulogne. Okay, I'm going to add you in there. That's the best way to do this.
You're going to make me have to practice now, just in case.
How do I spell Deja?
Dejah.
Dajah. Okay, and then we're going to write Team Canada Galaxy 2023.
Yes.
And that's 7 monkeys. Okay, let's see how this looks on the thing. Did it work? Yeah, there you go. Deja, Team Canada Galaxy 2023.
Woo-hoo.
Along with yeah. So 6 monkeys. So you know what? Not a bad score. And I'm going to add the other ones. But in fact, did I write down how they did last week? Anyways, I'm pretty sure you did much better. I don't think they had that many monkeys. I have to check back and watch. But yeah, it was good. So you've played that game before?
A long time ago with my little brother, yeah.
Because I noticed what I found now because I've seen a lot of people play this game, and some people play it for the first time, some people play it for like not the first time, but like it's a lot of it is in like how you hold this top monkey, and you had like a good, because I've seen people who are kind of like they're kind of holding it sideways like this.
Oh.
And what happens is like they're hooking monkeys, and then they're so focused on what's going on down here that they'll kind of be like twisting this around. And then I saw somebody actually like literally lose the entire
thing
one down.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah. So, but your technique was quite good.
Thank you.
Have you ever played, Trisha? Have you ever played Barrel of Monkeys?
I have not played Barrel of Monkeys. No.
It's
It's so sad I'm not there.
Yeah. One day we've got
We are planning on getting people who have been on the show and have done it to come back. So if you're ever in the province, and if this is happening, we'll definitely have you on.
Yeah. So you have time.
Yeah.
You have time to train. You have time to train.
And book a flight.
Yeah. Exactly. But ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
We take it very seriously here.
It's a very serious thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're pretty much. This was a good episode. Nice long. We had some pretty deep discussions about preparing for things and friendship.
Yeah.
And having your buds. But before we close things out, why don't we go around and let us know your social media, anything, and where people can follow you. We'll start with Trisha. Where can people follow you, your pageant journey, and all that stuff?
Yes, Mrs. Galaxy Canada. I'm 99% sure.
Yep. Cool. Links will be in the description, everybody. Cool. And
if you want to follow my pageant journey, it will be under @Miss Galaxy Canada.
cool. And Alexis?
For me, if you guys want to follow my pageant journey, it'll be @Miss Teen Galaxy Canada.
Wonderful. And I don't know if you guys if you want to have any personal ones you want to promote as well, but it's up to you guys.
We do all have Facebook also.
Oh, nice.
So our Facebook I guess would still be under the same title. So Miss Galaxy Canada for myself.
Cool.
Yes, Miss Teen Galaxy Canada for me.
Boom. And I guess for Mrs. as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Regine, where can people find you?
Before you find me, just to plug in Canada Galaxy, because I know that they're still accepting finalists for this upcoming October for the 2024 Queens. You can reach out to Cindy at Canada Galaxy on Instagram, or Canada Galaxy Pageant, on Instagram and Facebook, or www.canadagalaxy.com/enter now, if I'm not mistaken.
believe so.
If not, Google Canada Galaxy. And I saw recently that the tickets for internationals has been released as well. So if you're in the Orlando area and interested in purchasing tickets, find Galaxy Pageants on Instagram and Facebook as well. And
Sweet.
you can Google them and get their website. I think it's galaxypageants.com.
Cool.
Something like that. Wow, we're terrible. We're terrible at this.
Just Google Canada Galaxy and you'll find it.
Yes,
You'll find
yes. And if you want to find me, you can follow or subscribe to my YouTube channel for the Pageant Sit Down, where I've interviewed a lot of Galaxy girls, actually. In fact, this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Liz and I are interviewing Ariana, so Mrs. Galaxy England 2023, who was also the former Mrs. Galaxy UK. So check us out. Link is in the description. And you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at It's Regine Alaina. And if you're looking for pageant coaching, it's pageantcoaching.reginealaina on Instagram.
Cool.
That was a mouthful. Scott, where can people find you?
You can find me right here. We are watching this very video. YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. That's the best place. Not only do you get every episode of The Sit Down, you also get the gaming, you get the music, the vlogs, the unboxing videos. Everything is there. You can also, if you'd like, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at or X at Scott Dion Brown. I have a Facebook page. It gets updated from time to time. But they're all satellites for the YouTube channel. YouTube is where everything is. Please follow the show as well. The Sit Down with SDB on TikTok. Sit Down with SDB on Instagram and Threads and on X as well. Sit Down Scott.
And we're on Facebook at The Sit Down with
Scott Dion Brown. And you can also watch the show on Spotify and a few other podcast streaming platforms.
And remember, if you are in the Toronto area on Saturday, the 19th of August, and you have nothing to do in the afternoon, make sure you come check us out at Taste of Manila.
Taste of Manila. Fill your belly and your ears.
There you go. So again, we are on stage between 2:30 and 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Bathurst and Wilson.
Bathurst and Wilson. We'll see you guys then.
Ladies, this was fun. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's a very busy time for all of you. Trisha, thank you for waking up super early this morning. Like I said, it's a very busy time for all of you personally, and getting ready for the pageant. It's not easy. It's not an easy task, but I know that you're all going to represent Canada amazingly, and I can't wait to see some international crowns come home.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. It was super fun being here. So I can't wait to rewatch this podcast, basically.
It's an incredible episode. Yeah, thank you guys. Nana Mo Pippin on Twitch says, after watching Zeppy HQ, MTQ Capture, Althers, Alphix, all the Aspen Gold, Twitch recommended my streams. You finally made it.
Hello, welcome.
Here you are. Yeah, this is our weekly talk show. We do talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, you know what? I forgot. There's one quick thing I wanted to say before we, just a story I wanted to tell.
Okay.
Just 'cause it was so dumb. But
Okay.
So my girlfriend had to call the Canada Revenue Agency, CRA. She had to call them, right? Sure, just get some information, okay? Mm-hmm. And she called, and she was like, there was, when they put you on, obviously they put you on hold.
Yeah.
You're right. And have you ever called places and it's like, oh, you will be on hold for whatever, 30 minutes,
Yep.
but you can leave your number and we'll call you back, right? So she's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I don't want to wait on hold. So she gave the information. And then whenever they called her back, I don't know, half hour later, whenever they called, when she answered the phone, they put her on hold for 10 minutes. It's like they called her.
So what they do, that's happened to me before too, is they call you back to let you know that you're next in queue.
That's so dumb.
Well, at least you didn't wait another 30 minutes.
But it's like, why can't they just call when they're ready to talk to you?
I don't know. I don't work for the CRA.
It just makes no sense. You'll be on hold, but here, we'll call you back. Hi. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi. Yes, please hold. What if I don't want to? That makes no sense.
This conversation will continue next week on the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Anyway, okay. Great. Yeah.
Let's not end on a rant, Scott. Let's not end on
we
a
did.
rant.
We just did.
You just did.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you guys so much for being here. Yes. Team Canada Galaxy. Thank you guys for being here. Any comments on on the story? Does that make sense to any of you guys?
Yes, it did. It did make sense.
No comment.
She doesn't make phone calls like that.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe we shouldn't don't call the government, I guess.
There you go. But yeah, like Scott said, do you all have any last words that you want to say so we're not ending on Scott's rant?
Make sure you watch the live stream.
Yes.
For Galaxy International.
We will be competing on stage August 26th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Perfect.
You can watch the junior show first.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So cute.
Support everybody.
That's is that earlier in the day type thing?
I think
No,
that's
so it's
2
right
o'clock.
before the senior show.
Sweet, sweet.
Trisha, do you have any last words to share with our viewers?
Thank you for tuning in. Also to my roomies. The 3 of us are rooming together in Orlando. I can't wait to see you. I think I fly into Toronto today. So a week from today. So I'll see you
Today. You got a lot to do, girl.
I come early, flights.
No, great idea. That's really good. So when do you all fly out to Orlando?
21st.
Yeah.
21st.
We're there from the 21st to the 28th.
Oh, 29th.
29th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
28th is the competition.
26 is a competition.
26.
27 would be the queen photo shoot.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I thought it started the 23rd, 24th, 25th. I don't even know.
Follow Galaxy International.
We'll figure it out.
On social media. But no, thank you again to all of you for tuning in. Thank you to all of Team Canada Galaxy. I'm so glad that we were able to have every one of you on at different times, but you all got to make an appearance. So thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll see you all with your international crowns.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hopefully third time's a charm.
There you go.
Okay, so the way we'll end the show is grab that mug there.
Yes.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll say goodbye to everybody, but then what you'll do is just so you guys just will wave bye. And then, actually, we'll get Trisha wave bye first, because that way, because we can't see her. Then I'll cut to you guys. Then you guys can say bye to the camera, and then kind of just cheers at the camera, put the mug towards the camera. Yeah, and you can have a sip as well. Okay, so
Spill it everywhere.
oh yeah, makes sense. So Trish, you could wave bye to everybody. Perfect. And you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Smash like, all that stuff. And Deja and Alexis, take it away.
Bye.
Bye.